Okay. This was so strange. I don't even know, like, who do I say hi to? Hello to whoever's watching. Maybe I should introduce myself. My name is Cameron. I am a second-year architecture student, and I have finally decided to start this YouTube channel because I made a promise to a lot of people that I would, and although I am very nervous for whatever reason, I'm going to start it tonight at 10 p.m. Basically, I have been posting little snippets of my projects and assignments on my Instagram account since my first semester last year, and I've kind of gained a lot of supporters and friends who just really like to see my work and will comment on my works, and I really do appreciate that. So I decided that I should probably open up a little bit more about everything that I do in architecture school. I don't really know what exactly I'm going to be posting. I really like to do time-lapse videos, but I think it would be beneficial if I kind of talk more about my process, and also this will just be so cool for me to look back on and see how it was in architecture school, because I think this will probably be my last like big semester with actually doing a lot of hands-on model making before I move into computer softwares. So I just really want to like document everything well and really enjoy this time of being able to work with my hands, because that's what really attracted me into architecture school in the first place. I am going to give a quick rundown of my current project that I'm working on. It is the second project of the semester, and my professor said it's just going to be a quick 2-week project before we start our main final of the semester. So the first thing that we looked into for this project was the location of where we wanted to have our site on. We were told to look at remote locations, so I chose the Redwood National Forest Park. But I chose this site because I'm really into nature, and more specifically just trees. I love like different types of trees and stuff, and the trees there in California are really cool. So I wanted to use this opportunity to kind of also explore more of that area and do some research on the park itself. So after we chose our site, we were told to make 2 study models, of one being stereotomic and one being tectonic, which are 2 different terms that we have just learned about from doing this assignment. So hopefully I've gained enough knowledge enough to be able to share that information. From my understanding, stereotomic has to do with subtracting, and tectonic has to do with addition. When you think of stereotomic, kind of think of caves, because you know you carve into caves, and then when you think of tectonic, think more of trees, because it really has to do with having a solid base that you expound upon, and the top area doesn't touch the bottom. After we did those 2 models, we were told to combine them into one model, which is what I've been struggling on for the past 2 days. The main idea for the combined model is to either have it mostly stereotomic with a little bit of tectonic, or mostly tectonic with a little bit of stereotomic. But my 2 initial models were basically yin and yang. It would be easier for me to just do 50-50 instead of like 75-25. And my professor said it was okay if I do it 50-50, but I really want to accomplish what her actual requirement was of having one overpower the other. By tomorrow morning, we are supposed to have a floor plan done, basically showing how we want to have the circulation of our site be. The only problem is whenever I make anything, I always have to do the model first, and then I do the drawings and floor plans and everything like that after. So although we don't have a model due anytime soon, I had to start making one because I cannot think without actually just physically making models. I've kind of started working on what I want to do. It's not anything perfect because it's not being graded. It was literally just for my own use. Basically, I plan on having this area be the entrance, and you can go straight to the bathroom area, and then this was a classroom, this little area right here, and then this way is a meditation little area underneath, and then you can take a bridge up, and that'll be my stereotonic portion, which is only going to be about 75 or 25%. It's only going to be this one little area that's just going to have a nice little landing that you can look out on and see the park. I'm trying my hardest to make it into a concise floor plan. You probably can't see because I just wrote it really lightly, and it also might be flipped, I'm not sure yet. But after I do the floor plan, I have to do a section cut. I'm trying to work on that as much as I can right now. Yeah, you never really know what to expect with assignments because I wasn't expecting this to take me that long, but it's actually taken me over 24 hours just to come up with an idea that I really liked, and to then be able to put that idea down on paper. It's very confusing, but I'm trying. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop cutting things out and playing with things for a moment and try to get my ideas down on paper. So yeah, I hope the people who asked for this truly enjoy watching me struggle. I'll probably give an update sometime tomorrow after I've already had everything figured out. So it's been about a day and a half since I last gave an update, just because I realized like I do talk a lot and I don't want this video to be too long. And also yesterday I really just needed today to finalize what I want to do for my floor plan and design, because I don't have as much time as I think I have, and I actually have a lot of stuff due tomorrow. So basically yesterday I made another model because we do have a model due tomorrow, so I just went ahead and made it first. The sad thing is I did have to take out a lot of the cool techniques and designs that I wanted to initially have, just because we have to put it in a computer program, and I don't really know how to use a computer program that well, and I wouldn't be able to get the details and things that I wanted. So this is kind of just like a more basic version of what I was trying to accomplish, which is fine, and I probably over the summer will make the actual model that I do want to make, because it honestly would look pretty cool and I kind of wanted to put it in my portfolio. So I think over the summer, when I have more time to really work on just techniques that I want to really get good at, I will be able to do that. So basically what I have right now is you enter from this area right here and you walk straight to the back where there will be a gallery wall right here of different artworks or whatever. This area will be the bathroom, and the bathroom doesn't go all the way back, it's actually just like a little rectangle. It kind of stops right there, and then this door you go all the way back into the classroom area. And today I'm gonna add another curved little spot right here that'll be on top of the classroom area. So you basically would go upstairs into the office, and then the office will be the highest point out of my whole entire site, so you can kind of look on the whole entire surrounding area. And then over here is a meditation spot, so you go into this big area to meditate, and then there will be a stair up here that you can go to get to the roof deck where people can just sit and relax. I think a good thing about starting this channel will be, since I'll be talking about my project so much, I'll be really ready for crit days. Crit days are actually pretty nerve-wracking, but since I do love talking so much, it's not too complicated. But sometimes with how much I talk and how fast I talk, I tend to leave out a lot of cool details that I wanted to say. So I think just being able to talk on YouTube and explain my ideas so many different times, I'll be really ready for crit days. Relating this back to my site a little bit, the cool thing about the Redwood National Forest that really attracted me was they have these huge trees that they carve into, so cars and people can walk through the whole entire tree. So that's why I have a lot of different curves in my design. I usually don't ever do curves, because when it's time to physically make the model or put the model in a computer program, it's really hard to emulate the curved idea that you have going on, which is actually what I'm struggling with right now. I'm trying to make the curved walls that I have going on into Revit, which is a computer program that we are currently learning, and I'm really struggling. Hopefully today when I go to the building, I'll be able to get some help from somebody. I decided to finally conquer my fear of using curves, because Redwood has a lot of curves, and since it is a forest, it's organic and natural. There's not any harsh edges, so I felt like if I did any type of building structure that was rectangular or just had harsh edges and sharp points, it just wouldn't really go well with the environment. And I also plan on having it made completely out of wood, and we are allowed to have our building be no higher than 20 feet, which I think the highest part for mine will be the office space that I put on top, because I generally want this to be a very low area because it is in a forest. I don't think it would make much sense to have a very high-rise building in the middle of a forest. Today I have architectural history at 9:30, and then after that I'm going to go to the architecture building and hopefully get some help on my computer program model, and also go to Hobby Lobby and get some sticks so I can finish my final model. Okay, so I actually just got home from my day running errands and working on my project. It's currently like 6:40 p.m. and I'm not really done with anything. We spent the majority of the day like running around getting supplies and working on our computer models together. We're all really trying to understand how to use the program, so we also just spent the majority of the day just sitting together helping each other out when we needed it. But pro tip for anyone who is model making, I've been spending like $5 to $8 on about a pack of five or six sticks, and today I went to Dollar Tree and got a pack of 100 skewers for $1. So definitely do not buy them from Hobby Lobby like I've been doing for the past year. But I brought home my two initial study models to show you what I was talking about a few days ago. This was the one that I did for stereotomic, and it's just a typical cave. Hold on, my dog wants his toys. So I basically just made a cave with stairs that lead you down into it, and then I didn't glue these down so that you could see more inside. And this is what you have going inside. So then it's just steps and just a very basic model for a stereotomic design. And then for tectonic, I actually realized that mine isn't that much tectonic. It's kind of just like stereotomic part 2. So I didn't really do it that correctly, but it was a learning lesson, and it taught me what a tectonic design would normally look like. But when we had to combine them into two models, I decided that I wanted to have something that looked like this. So you see like the full curve going on, and then that's how I ended up with what I'm working with now, which is kind of just the full waved design I have. So tomorrow I have a model due, as well as the site plan, a section cut, and a plan view, I'm pretty sure. But I think I already said this earlier, but my model is basically done. I just need to add a office area right here, which I'm about to work on right now. And then for the rest of the night, I'm going to be fidgeting around with this computer program. I can show what I kind of have right now. It's not anything what I want it to look like in the end, but right now I think I'm gonna just work on getting the basics down so that it'll be good for my plan view and my section cut. So as long as I have the right floor plans, I'll be able to do those, and then later I can worry about the materials that I want this model to be made out of and making it actually look good, because right now it does not look pretty at all. But I'm just trying to get the walls and the roofs and all that stuff done so I can go ahead and make my plans and my section cuts. So this is your warning, it doesn't look good at all, but I'm just trying to get my point across. So this is currently what it looks like. Yeah, it's very ugly, but I'm working on it. I really would like to go to bed at 10. That would be so great if I can make it to my bed by 10 p.m. But I don't know how realistic that is. But I'm going to try my hardest because I haven't been getting much sleep this week with this project.
Ramiro, you ain't in.
So I decided it was time to just pop in and give an update because I said I wanted to be done by 10 p.m. and it just passed 10 a few minutes ago. I'm very tired. I usually can stay up later than this, but since I've gone to bed every night at like 1 or 2 a.m., it's really hitting me tonight. I added the little office to my model, and I'm honestly almost done with my computer program model. I just need to change the materials a little bit so it looks more realistic to what I'm actually trying to convey. But yeah, my new goal is to go to sleep before 12 a.m. Let me show the progress of my model. This is what it looks like now. Yeah, I'm basically just going in and changing the materials of everything because I want it to look, I want my structure to be made out of wood and bamboo. So I'm going through and finding all the different like wood materials the program has in it and seeing which one looks best. And then it's actually a lot more that I have to do, but I'm not even really stressed about this. It's just more so the lack of sleep that's really catching up with me. But yeah, I just need to work a little faster. Also, I forgot that I didn't add any of the sticks to my physical model. Like, I wanted to have a fenced end area over here, which I have it in my computer program. Like, I remembered it for the computer program, but I forgot about it physically. Like, I literally have the railing that I wanted to do in the computer program, but not on the physical model. It's honestly just too late. Like, I would have to grab one of these sticks and cut it to the right dimension. It actually wouldn't take that long. I'm being lazy. Maybe I will do it. I'm assuming in a little while I'll get frustrated with the computer program and I'll need to take a break. And when I take a break, that's when I can move on into putting these sticks on this model. This ring light is really bright and I've been working in the dark. So I'm gonna turn the ring light off and finish my work for the night. Okay, so it's 8 minutes until 3 a.m. and I'm gonna stop for the night because my Wi-Fi is acting spotty and I'm using a YouTube video to help me with these drawings. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to bed. I want to show how much progress I made today. It's not nearly It's not anything what I want the final product to look like, but it's enough for a homework grade. Here's my floor plan. It's very simple, nothing too crazy, which is just so irritating because it literally took me 2 hours and I started working on my section, which is also not good, but it's something. This is what my section cut looks like. It's just so frustrating sometimes, literally staying up all night working on something and then you look at your final result and it's like, how did this take hours to do? But when you don't know how to use a computer program, it really does take a lot of time. And I've learned a lot of things that will help me when I need to do this many, many more times in the future. I didn't end up putting the sticks on my other model just because, like I keep saying, it's not my final model and I know my professor won't mind that much. So yeah, I have studio at 9 a.m. So I'm gonna get a good 4 hours of sleep. So yeah. I'm going to bed. Okay, so I just got home from my day. I'm finally done with everything I had to do for the day. My appearance looks so much better because I tried to look presentable, because after my class got out at 12, I had to be a delivery driver for a florist because it's Valentine's Day weekend, so they needed some delivery drivers to help deliver the different gifts and stuff. I kind of screwed myself over in the fact that I forgot how much work the delivery driver gig would be. I was called about it on Monday and was told that I would be delivering at 12:30 today, and then once she said only on Friday, I was like, okay, so I have my Saturday and Sunday free. But no, they actually need me on Saturday and on Sunday all day. So now I'm probably gonna sit down for a little bit and actually use my calendar and properly plan out how I'm gonna tackle my weekend. I'm taking my shoes off, by the way. But what I usually do on the weekends is I'll work on homework for a little bit on Friday, and then I'll start like messing with whatever different crafts or hobbies I have going on right now. Like right now I'm making different jewelry pieces, so that's kind of like my hobby. So whenever the weekend starts, I work on that so I don't stress out too much about architecture all the time. But I probably won't be able to work on that this weekend just because usually this is what I was trying to say. Usually I'll work on my studio homework on Friday, and then Saturday I don't do any homework at all. That's my actual like rest day. And then Sunday I'll finish up whatever studio homework I didn't finish on Friday, and then I'll do all of my other homework because I do take 3 other architecture classes right now, so I need to give them some attention. They're not as high maintenance as my studio class, so that's why I usually put them on the back burner, because I can handle the workload. But yeah, I'm about to put on some comfortable clothes and start working on my, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna work on my computer model, because I also didn't bring home any of my physical model pieces because we don't have anything related to the physical model due this weekend. We just need to have the computer model done. Also, this is like the perfect way to describe what it's like to be an architecture student. Me, as well as most of my classmates, stayed up very late last night trying to get our computer drawings done right. And today in class, the game plan was to go over our physical models and then go over all of our drawings that we did in the computer program. Our class is from 9 to 12, and we literally spent from 9 to 12 talking about the models. So none of our drawings even got seen, meaning we could have went to bed early last night and just did them over the 3-day weekend we have, 2-day weekend. But that's just really what it's like being an architecture student. Sometimes you stress so hard about something just for it to really not be that serious. Like my professor was like, yeah, I mean, they were due today. I do want to see them, but we didn't get enough time to go over them today, so we'll see them on Monday. And it's like, I could have went to bed at maybe 10 instead of 3 a.m. But anyways, yeah, I just really need to figure out how I'm going to fit in all of my classwork with this delivery job I have right now. I know for a fact today I want to just work on all the fun parts of the computer program, like putting in the different type of materials and different walls and windows and stuff. Maybe I'll do a time lapse of me working in the computer program. I don't know how that'll work with the glare and everything, but we'll test it out and see.